Several months ago, I set out to lose about 15 pounds. I adopted a can-do attitude. I started exercising and changed my diet, and just look at the difference. I pretty much didn't lose a single pound. I look exactly the same, so let's get into it. What's up everyone, Mike Muellner here, and if you watched my last video, you'll see that I'm not proud of it, but I managed to gain about 15 pounds at the end of the pandemic. And because I wasn't lifting weights, so this is 15 pounds of pure fat. Anyway, I was pretty skinny before all this happened, so I wasn't that mad at it, but to be honest with you, I would have been fine with just 5 pounds. The additional 10 that came after it, I could have done without. So I decided to do something about it. I made some lifestyle changes, diet and exercise, and now a couple months later, unfortunately, there hasn't been a lot of improvement. So let's dive into this. Let's figure out what went right, what went wrong. So if you are also trying to lose a couple pounds, maybe you can learn from my experiences. So the first thing I did was exercise. Now, I'm a guy who didn't really do a whole lot of exercise pretty much throughout the whole 2 years of the pandemic. I had a gym pass before that. The gym's closed. And then eventually when the gyms reopened, I just never bothered to get a pass again. So I wasn't really doing a whole lot of physical activity. So I knew that that was a change that I had to make. And what I did is I started going to the gym at my work. There's an employee gym. Now, this ain't exactly Equinox, okay? We don't have an Olympic swimming pool. There's no rock climbing wall or anything. It's basically just some free weights. We got a treadmill and elliptical, and that's about it. But that's really all I need, and so that's fine with me. So every day when I would finish my work day, I would stop by the gym before I would go to my car, and it was quite convenient because the gym was actually located in between the hospital where I work at and the parking garage. So I really have no excuse. I have to walk right by it when I go to my car at the end of my workday. And so that was my rule. When I finish my shift, I don't care how long it is. I don't care if I sit at the hospital 12 hours, 14 hours. I got to stop by the gym on my way to my car before I drive home. And I was pretty good at following this rule. I think I only missed maybe 1 or 2 days in the last couple months. Even times when I was so tired, I worked 12 hours, just want to go home and pretty much sleep, I would still make myself go to the gym and then jump on the treadmill right away, even when I didn't feel like it. And I think part of the reason why I succeeded at this is because my goal with going to the gym was quite modest. I wasn't trying to become the next Arnold Schwarzenegger or anything. Pretty much all I would set out to do is just run a mile on the treadmill and then do one type of resistance exercise, lifting weights of some kind. And so because my goal, oh my goodness, looks like my little buddy here is joining me. So maybe we'll just have him chill here. But because I didn't really have a very aggressive goal initially, it made it very easy for me to comply with this new workout regimen. And so I think that's something that went well for me, and it's the reason why I was able to stick with it for the couple months that I was doing this. Now, there were some days when I was really looking forward to working out. I felt like I had a lot of energy, and if anything, it was a way to kind of burn off some steam at the end of the workday. But there were definitely other days when I was just not feeling like working out. But I'd force myself to do it. I'd put on some music. It's so weird. I would listen to movie themes. Movie themes would really pump me up to work out when I didn't feel like it. I'm not going to lie, I did listen to the Rocky training soundtrack on more than one occasion. But that was one way I could kind of get myself motivated to work out more. One thing that is the honest to God truth is I can't think of a single time when I worked out and then regretted it later. Even when I was really tired, I still felt better at the end of the day having gone to the gym than I would have had I not done any physical activity. In summary, I think that the whole new exercise routine worked out well for me. It was a modest goal, it was one that I could easily meet, and I stuck with it. I hardly ever missed a day of going to the gym when I would work. Now, I wasn't working out a whole lot on my time off, but because I hardly ever had any time off, that meant that most days of the week I would make it to the gym and would do some exercise. Now, where I think I went wrong was with diet and nutrition. I didn't really have any specific goal. I started this just saying, oh, I'm going to eat healthier. I'm going to cut back on foods that I know are junk food. And so I guess kind of like my workout goal, my nutrition goal was also pretty modest. I wasn't trying to do a whole 180-degree, switch, go pure vegan or something. That was a dramatic change from what I was doing before. I was just trying to make some modest changes, cut back on the things that I know are junk food, and try to improve my diet at least a little bit. And at first, I think I was successful. For about the first 1 to 2 weeks, I was choosing foods that I knew would be healthier. For example, in my cafeteria at work, they've got pepperoni pizzas. Now, that's what I would eat all the time before. That's my favorite thing at the cafeteria. But now I would forego that, and then I would go for, usually they've got like a baked fish dish, and then it has some greens and then some quinoa or some other whole grain side. There's this joke that if the food is hard to pronounce, it means it's healthier, hence quinoa. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but I would choose that instead of the pepperoni. And then the same thing would go at home. Rather than buying the flaming hot Cheetos, I would get snacks that were a little bit healthier, a little more nutrient dense, actually, God forbid, had some vitamins, not just pure starch and processed sugar and that sort of thing. And so I stuck with this for, I'll be honest with you, maybe about a week. And then I slowly started reverting back to old habits. I think part of this was that for me, food, especially snack food, was something that I would do to just relax when I felt stressed. And so during especially busy days at work, I would say to myself, you know what, forget it. I earned this cookie, or, I need something to just kind of just give me like a little dopamine spike, make me feel instantly better when I felt stressed out. And, I got to say, the carrot sticks, the quinoa, it just didn't do it for me. So slowly I was reverted back to basically my old diet. And then, quite often I'd finish my shift. Sometimes I get done at 1 a.m. What's open at 1 a.m.? Well, fast food, a couple fast food restaurants. So I'd routinely swing by the fast food restaurant on my way home. So long story short, my diet kind of went by the wayside, and I started to just eat the same unhealthy stuff that I was eating before. So what's the end result of all this? Well, the end result is I didn't lose a whole lot of weight. Although maybe I did lose a little bit, because I think I was up to around 154-ish, and now I'm hovering right around 150. And as you can see in this video, I still have a nice little handful right above my waist that I can grab, and to be honest with you, I could do without that. So from the standpoint of losing weight, I wasn't very successful, but I don't think I was a complete failure, because I was able to stick with the regular exercise regimen, and I do feel healthier overall. I feel like I have more energy. I feel like I can fall asleep easier at night. And I do think the regular exercise has improved my mood. Right when I get done running, I feel pretty relaxed. I feel content. So I think I've had a lot of other benefits from this, but it's just weight loss wasn't one of them. And I think that really goes to show that when it comes to losing weight, both diet and exercise are important, but between the two of them, I think diet is the more important factor. You got to have that caloric deficit if you're going to lose weight. Okay, thanks for checking out this video. I'm not giving up yet. I'm going to make some changes, focus a little more on diet and nutrition, and I'll make another video in about 2 months. I think we're going to see some real changes, so I will see you guys then.